Are we live? Nobody in production. Tell me if we're live or not.
I think we're live.
Alright, we are live. So here it is, the first edition of JAYKIDD
Excuse me.
Live and Uncensored with your host, the legendary, the incomparable, Miguel Misterioso. Everybody else take note. Round of applause for coming in. I'm not Jake Smith. That's who I am. Exception. And, you know, if you notice, if you hear, you hear me inflate and shit, I'm joined by the legendary, the CEO, the creator, God himself, to a lot of remarks out there. It is JT. How's it going? How you feeling now after your show, after JTV? We had an episode tonight. How does it feel after many years? You know, any takeaways from you?
Well, you know, it's interesting that, you know, me and you, this is a shoot, obviously. This is me and you style, you know what I'm saying? We shoot from the hip. That's just how it goes. Yeah, first of all, thank you for bringing me onto this show. You know, you obviously know that I was here and there about doing this with you, but we're already here. I was nervous at first before that button clicked, but man, we're live and I'm no longer nervous, and it's weird. You know that there's a weird thing about me. I don't know what it is. It's just this thing, you know. But it's like it's gone now. So I feel comfortable and in the right element. I guess sometimes you just got to walk through that door. You know what I mean? But yeah.
It's been a long time coming because we've been talking about doing this shit for a while.
I mean, we have recorded stuff. It just hasn't it just wasn't released to the public for different reasons, different things going on, you know. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen here, but it's good to be a part of the first episode of Live and Uncensored for JTV Wrestling, courtesy of the Basic Cable Killer. SYMSHUTYOMOUth.
This is a surprise to a lot of people, your casual audience going, sorry, this is like the first time I've been back since you guys were out or some shit.
Since the comments earlier, right?
Since, yeah, so I've been out and watching the show. And 113 was tonight. 113, we had the big reveal at the end of the show. The six-man title match, or six-man number one contender match. And chemical warfare, the sixth person is Ken Wolf. So what's up with that? What do you think?
Right now, I think we're having some technical difficulties, and the crowd. Yeah, I don't think the crowd can hear you. We're live, bud. We're live.
This is live.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is this?
I don't know why they can't hear you. This is a live broadcast. We are here speaking, but nobody can hear the host.
I guess not. Hold on. What is going on? Is it on my end? Yeah.
Allow for clear input. All right, can they hear me? I think they can hear me now. There it is. Right?
JTV World, can we hear the host? Okay.
Can you hear me?
They can hear you.
Perfect. All right. That was on my end. My mistakes.
You want to go back to the top with this?
Nah, man. Fuck them. They don't need to hear shit. I was asking you. Wolf came out at 113 tonight at the end. He's a surprise six-man in the match. What do you think about that? What's your takeaway from that?
I mean, you and I both know it's been a long time coming with Wolf. It's just one of those times where things are changing, and talent. When uh, when you're forced to put someone else in a different position or in another position, fill in slots. You have to obviously do what you have to do. Wolfman, it's I mean, it was already planned for him to come up.
Right.
It was planned for him and Drasko to come up before things started getting a little crazy here in JTV. So it was already planned. It just um, looking back specifically, I think it was probably a 50-50 on whether it was going to be him, like in the in the um, in the match with everybody
Right.
else. It was probably 50-50, and then as we got starting the storyline or building into chemical warfare, I already knew that he was going to be the sixth guy. We was just waiting for the right time.
Hmm.
So I think that he deserves it. Uh, about time he got his
It's,
opportunity. He's obviously got it on Facebook and in tears, I think, and it means a lot to him. So I think that's good. That's great.
oh yeah, man.
Congratulations to the
And
Wolfman.
congrats. And the match looks stacked as is. It looks very stacked and it looks really good. You got a lot of combustible elements in there. Um, Mr. Amazing, I'm going to put him over right now. He's my favorite in this one. I
Right.
haven't seen much of Wolf's work, but I think Amazing. He's ready for it. He's ready to start this new era, so to speak, for the
Right.
company. No disrespect to Trey Judah. I don't think he's ready to carry anything. He's got somebody carrying him in guerrilla tactics. But I'm excited to see what you do with chemical warfare. You got former champion VIP in there. You got Mike J. Real, should I say, on there. You got Burke Lawson, who I think is the weakest link in this match. He's in there. Just a lot of guys. I'm probably Kane Azrael. I'm forgetting him, and I'm probably forgetting somebody else. I say VIP, former champ VIP. Yeah, he's in there. So you
Right.
got those guys in there, and it looks interesting because there's a lot of combustible elements, and as we saw in the main event, some people love the spotlight, and others just want to put on a performance. So let's
Right.
let's let's get into it. This is the controversial topic of the night. JD VIP's performance was fucking terrible. That shit was hot fucking garbage. What the fuck was he doing? Like I get like here's the thing, you can't be selfish, you gotta learn how to work with others. And there's a lot of spots. That match went too fucking long. Everybody had a role to play in it. And I just think that shit went way too long. And people in the live chat for the show tonight, uh, for 113, they were quite annoyed as well, even some of the performers in it. Now remember when you guys were taping that one and people were really coming away upset with him. And you said a lot of things. So what's the word on that? Can you say anything about that?
It's the thing about him is that I've been after him for a while, and it's always the thing with VIP is that he's like an upcoming event. If you don't hype it up and promote it, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? I always got to hype him up. I always got to be like on his back. I always got to be encouraging him to train, encouraging him to be on top of his thing and do the best that he can, And it's like if I don't do that, he comes up short. The best match he's ever had was against my counterpart, Kevin Impact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the biggest match he's had in his whole career. He had a great match with Cassidy Dreams at All Star Extravaganza, and
He
those
was
are
getting
among,
he was getting a serious run there. I don't mean to cut you off. He was getting a serious
right,
run. He had a lot of good segments. With the lowrider and Anthony. You had that going on for him. He had a lot of good stuff going on. And uh,
oh no.
we're live, pal.
Hey,
No,
if you got your feelings hurt, you should have expected it, folks.
I swear to
Lot,
God, some people on Facebook are going to come out the shadows on this one and shit. But Marcus Storm's included. Oh, but
yikes.
we're gonna have some good talks here. And back to VIP, the topic of discussion though. He's had a lot of good shit. I was a
Right.
fan of him. I was a fan of his run as champion, and I thought he had the look as a champion. Despite his ability not being the best, I still respected the decision to put the belt on him in dire straits. You're building other talent up, and he's just the guy that's always been there. He's been there for a while. And
Right. Right.
it's just the issue with him isn't him as a person, it's his work ethic. The man has been around for a while and he's still not on his shit. Granted we all got personal lives, we all got real shit going on. The guy's a
Yeah.
cancer survivor. Kudos to him. But at the same time, if everyone else is putting in the work and trying to cooperate, I think you have to do that. You have to put in that work and that respect as well because you are the veteran in here. He's the vet. He's the big dog. He's supposed to be on that shit. You know, he shouldn't be on no fucking lazy shit.
All I can say is that future wise, I don't know that I see VIP main eventing or doing much more big things in his career. So
Mm.
that's what I can say
Coming
about
from
VIP.
the boss himself,
Hey, I'm just telling you, man. If we're shooting it up, that's just what it is. He fucked up that match tonight. Um, I'm not happy about it, and that's just his thing. He doesn't tend to train. He doesn't tend to stay polished. For
Right.
somebody who beat my counterpart again, for the world title, a lot of people are going to expect a lot out of you. You got to
Hmm.
accomplish something that not many people got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 dubs on me and you split. You know what I'm saying? I still owe you an ass kicking, future wise. But
Right.
there isn't a lot of people that done that and got away with it or can say they did it, and much less say that they pinned me to the mat, because you have submission, you have disqualification, many different ways you can win a match. It could be a tag team match, you can get away with anything. It depends. It could be a 6-man match, Hell in a Cell, whatever. So, yeah, he dropped the ball tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know he's got stuff going on, but he dropped the ball. I'm not gonna put him on the spot with his personal stuff, but he dropped the ball with what he's got going on in JTV.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like some of
definitely.
these other cats, but dropping the ball seems to be a popular trend amongst the locker room right now. You know.
Oh shit. Let's get into it then, man. Dropping the ball is a popular trend in the locker room. Now, what do you mean by that, Drake Kid
I'm not getting.
2009?
I'm not getting into that. You ask me a question, I'll answer that question. I'm not directly jumping. I'm not opening up any topic. I'll answer what you want me to answer. This is the show that you're hosting.
Oh yeah, yeah, no
So,
doubt about it. I'm just saying, I get where you're coming from. However,
absolutely.
I'm curious. In terms of performance, is that what you mean by dropping the ball or cooperation? Is that it? That's what I'm asking you. In terms of
Um,
performance or dropping, which one is the dropping the ball aspect? What are you talking about in terms of that? Not no names specifically, but examples,
performance wise, I think there's a lot of guys right now. I know that you tune into the product every now and then when you get a chance, and it's interesting because lately it just seems like you like a lot of the stuff that's going on. I see Jeremiah in the comments right now. You seem to be a big fan of him and his debut in
we're going
Next
to get
Gen.
into him in a second. Stay tuned,
Right,
Jeremiah. We're going to get to you.
right. So, you know, right now I feel like, if I must say so, somebody thought it was cool to kind of disrespect me. It seems to be like a real popular thing right now. Somebody kind of crossed the line with me, and that person went as far as to say that 90% of the JTV roster is now gone, but we now have more wrestlers currently than we've ever had in the history of JTV. He he he
Absolutely.
he mentioned something about ratings or whatever it is. Ratings currently now are doubling up higher than they've ever been, and we're picking up subscribers, and it seems like people are enjoying being in that chat room watching these live shows. It's like going to the movies. It's like being at a live show, and it's like, you know, it's fun. It's fun for me,
It's the only way
you
to
know.
watch the shows for me, live with everybody else. It's the only way.
Live with everybody else and just talking shit in the comments. You know, that's like what I enjoy about it. You know, it gives it a new finishing touch for people to have something to look forward to and get hyped up, because when it's live, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, when it's like just there, you can skip ahead, which, you know, this whole skipping ahead bullshit, you know, kills me. But yeah, you know, the dropping the ball and the athleticism stuff. Right now, I think that you got a lot of people that are doing good stuff. I mean, it's a game. You got to
Absolutely.
expect that the botches and all that shit is going to happen. Shout out to you, 2K, for that bullshit. But it's
Right.
going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen.
VIP's chain went through his neck tonight, and
You
I
know,
thought I
and he
thought he was
and
gonna need medical attention.
I mean, he
But
lived to tell the story. So,
right,
you know, what does that tell you? He's probably modding on his way to the ring. But the thing is that you got that, and then as far as dropping the ball, to answer your question, I mean, I think that there's been a lot of really talented people in JTV lately that have they've been on some bullshit. You know, they just been on some bullshit and been throwing their career away. You know, it's as a shoot, it's a video game, but as far as a closeness that I tend to share with all of you, you know, everything we do means a lot to me. You know
right.
that.
You
So,
put
you
the work
know,
in. I mean, and these people put the work in too. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there.
right, absolutely. So it's like, you know, when you got slouchers and you got people that want to bullshit and cause some trouble, you know, it gets me mad, and, you know, it's unappreciative for, you know, nobody else is going to appreciate that shit or need that bullshit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
with that, you also got some lazy people recently that kind of been, you know, trying to screw up the match card or whatever, get rid of them, and it's like, you know, all that shit is annoying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's fucking childish, to be honest with you. Like here's the thing, man. You all put hard work into this shit. It's all creative. It's all an art form. Like, don't shit on it. Don't shit on the work of other people. That shit's fucking ridiculous. I'm saying it's okay. And by shitting on it, I don't mean like criticizing or any of that shit. I mean like literally shitting on it and ruining the art form. Stick to your guns. If you got a fucking problem, be an adult and handle that problem. Don't go to social media and talk about niggas having nothing but cats and dogs and shit like that. No names, no names. But it's just respect. It's just what being a man is. You know,
I agree.
not a lot of men out there. Not a lot of men at all. But there are, going back to chemical warfare, a lot of men in this six-man match. And I'm curious, man, who are you rooting for in this one?
For which one?
The chemical warfare six-man match.
Um, I can tell you we haven't taped yet. I can tell you that.
Right.
We were. Funny thing is, we were supposed to tape today, but we realized, me and Wolf spoke, and we realized that we can't, because if we was to tape earlier, we would have spoiled the fact that he's the sixth guy, you know.
Right.
So we had to reschedule for a different time. So you know, you got Trey Jeter obviously got upset after finding out that he was taken out of the match. You know, you got a Kane Azrael, you got Mr. Amazing, you got Burke Lawson. You know, let me run through these guys real quick. Let me just run through these guys real
Absolutely.
quick and build them up real quick, you know, because, you know, you said your part about them, and this is what I
Give
say
him some
about them.
clout. Give him some clout.
Burke Lawson, to me right now, doesn't really look like a weak link, because Burke Lawson has been the projector of the Skull Brotherhood, and he's kind of been, you know, their guide. The Skull Brotherhood is a secret society that has no face that has no leader. They work in secrecy, and their main plot is to control and obtain power over the entire surface of JTV. And Burke Lawson, I think, has done an incredible job of doing that and reinventing himself. Here's a guy who came in as a regular dude with a suit on that was just running the show, and all of a sudden, after everything went downhill, he lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? He went insane, and now he's running around with the, with the Skull Brotherhood and everything. Burke Lawson beat Corey Flash clean on TV, and Burke Lawson has been putting on performance after performance. So, right. And he's managed to get in there with some of the top dogs in JTV, and whether win or lose, he still did it. He's been in main event matches, and he's still been trying to put up, and I respect that because, if you can go out there and be a new guy or a mid-card or whatever and put on the show and get by and convince everybody, including the big man, I think you deserve props for that. So big shout out to Burke Lawson for that. I personally do not like that man's schemes and what he resorts to. I think he's a piece of garbage. But as a talent, I have to give the man, whatever he is, respect for what he's done. Mr. Amazing, I shouldn't even go to him next. He should be the last one on. But Mr. Amazing, since he's so good, we'll put him first. Second, I should say. Mr. Amazing is one of the greatest athletes in the history of JTV. Me and him went up and down time and time again. But the thing about him, it's kind of like I'm Vince, he's Undertaker kind of thing. We have that mutual respect for each other. No matter what happens, the guy comes to me. Or he doesn't have to, he doesn't play the politicking game. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing, he sticks to his thing, and he's focused and he's driven, and being a CAW means a lot to him. It's not just that he's on JTV, it's an art form to him. He puts his pictures up on his Instagram, and it's a passion of him. It's an art form of him, kind of like what JTV is for me. It's an art form. It's my canvas that I paint on, and I'm on my Bob Ross. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So that's what it is for him. He just crafts his game as much as he can to be the very, very best that he can be. And that's how he gets down. That's how he moves. And I respect that. I think he's probably the strongest force in that match, strongest candidate to win.
Agreed.
Arcane Azrael, despite the fact that he's a CPU, is a great character that we've managed to compose and work with for several years. And, his moveset put together, his style of play, the way that character plays out, after them initially assaulting Corey Flash and kicking his ass and dragging him, and the whole thing that led up to this chemical warfare, and him having that golden match with Amazing on Mega Rush, that character has solidified itself that, you can put it against anybody. And that CPU.
And I just want to say real quick, it's interesting how far that character has come. Because when the show first started, he was kind of the fall guy. He took the fall. And he was kind of a secondary character. But after him and the Allahu Akbar niggas came and fucked up and dragged Corey Flash in the back, I like that shit, yo. Fuck that nigga, yo. Fuck him up. That shit was legendary. That's like one of my favorite segments ever. It went a little long, but hey, a good ass whipping, that's how that goes.
Went a little long.
But, I agree. I think his transformation, that character's development has arguably been the best in your lineage. Him and Phantom are two of my favorite characters you've gotten. Continue.
Yeah, so Azrael, I think, his character development has been, I agree with you, it's been interesting because, just to see how far it goes and what can be done with him. So I think he works for JTV, you never know what's going to happen with Azrael. So I think he'll be a definite threat in that match. I've mentioned 3. You got VIP. After tonight, he's obviously in the hot seat. But the thing about VIP is he can also be the constant. So the thing about VIP is that, when you start to doubt him, is when you get caught by surprise. So while, you know, he's doing whatever he's doing out here tonight, you know, he can turn it around at Chemical Warfare. He could probably turn it around and have himself a decent match. And you never know, he could be the one that winds up taking the title. I personally hope not, you know, but that'd be, I don't think that'd be too good. But,
Oh
you know,
man, that'd be fucking interesting.
the man's already
Oh,
a former world champion. So, you know, if he's a former world champion, obviously, you know, the guy has potential to do it again.
well, that's the magic of JTV, man. None of this shit is free playing. It's all on performance. It's all on what happens. Any one of these guys could win the match, and that'd be it. You know.
I think so. You know, my thing with him is just a surprise factor. That's it. He's the opportunist guy. Very easily can he come up with something and take the victory or whatever. It can happen. So, with that all said, you know, it comes down to King Wolf. King.
You, uh, you missing somebody, player.
Well, I've mentioned everyone except Trey. Trey got tossed
No,
out of the
no,
match.
you mentioned you forgot to mention J Real.
Oh, never heard of him. Back to King
Ah,
Wolf,
okay.
though.
All right, yeah, yeah.
Back to King Wolf, though. I think King Wolf is tremendous talent. He's proven that, you know, for all those next gen fans. If you're a next gen fan and you watch it every time, you know what Wolf is capable of. I think that he's dangerous. He's definitely dangerous. You know, and now he's got 2 matches. He's got 2 matches at Chemical Warfare. He's got to defend the C Division title against Maverick and Billy Ray Dog, and then you got the undefeated Shendon. Streak continues. This man is not lost in JTV. That's a fucking problem. You know, I think that this man can easily run through all those 3 guys and anything can happen. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that, but keep in mind that's 2 matches. So what condition is Wolf going to be in later on for the main event?
That's exactly what I was thinking. That could take a toll. That could take a toll.
It's damn sure going to take a toll if Shendon's in the damn match, and you know, so yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. If I had to say, I think Mr. Amazing probably stands above everybody else as like the most dangerous one. It's probably half and half between him and Wolfman, because that's just how they battle. The match that they had at Stan Lee's last comic, shout out to Stan Lee, they killed it. That was the ultimate showdown performance right there between those 2. And
Right.
you know, if I must say so, when somebody decided to throw their career away, and you know, you gave them some clout and you gave them some props and was trying to get that person to work me at Showdown, you know, I was trying to like tell you,
Yes,
like,
folks. This is insider shit right here. Yeah, yeah, it's a big deal. That's a big one.
and
That person,
obviously we're talking about J Real, you know, it's all good.
yeah,
They're talking about J Real, you know, but it don't matter. It's all about, like I was trying to tell you for a while, there's stuff like that is what I told you. It's really about Wolf and Mr. Amazing. Those are like the 2, like they're like Sean and Brett right now, you know.
right.
So that's what I was trying to say, you know, like you could be a good talent, you could be the best in the world, but you know, if you're not about it, like it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, you know. Like if you if you don't want to be here, you don't, you know, I don't want you here. If you don't want to be here, and I go out on a limb and say that I'm sorry to anybody who feels that I'm holding them back from living their life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not holding anybody back from anything. You know, if JTV's calls you not for you to be able to live your life, this is about you having fun, you creating art, you proving whatever you can to the world. This is what we do. This is what it is. It's not all this stuff like, I'm not here trying to harm anybody. I'm not here trying to control anybody or nothing. This is about us showing the world what we do, this art form that we create. That's what it's all about. Put a period on that. Trey Jeter.
Beautiful.
Trey Jeter, he's just going to have to live with it. Craig Mack announced tonight that he's out of the match, but he's still got a shot with Chris Morales. They're going to go for them tag team titles against them, against the Newsom Club, and I guess we're going to decide who the new tag team champions are going to be. So
I think that's a good idea too, and I know Trey works hard. You know, he does his shit. Great guy, but I just don't think he's ready. He's not at that level yet. And guerrilla tactics should be his main focus. Absolutely, absolutely should. Because those guys are special. Those guys are like a big deal on the roster. Those guys step a tone every show, and I definitely think that's how that should be. You know, it should be him and Chris. You know, going for those tag titles. At least for right now. Maybe in the future we'll see what holds for him. But I just don't see him at the caliber as those that you mentioned before. But yeah, continue.
Trey is, he got lucky with the circumstances. Obviously, Corey Flash made a choice in his career, and after he had made a decision of what he made, a decision was decided for him after that. And once that decision was made, it was like, titles on the line, and Trey just was there. He got lucky to be there, was able to take the strap off of Corey Flash, bring it back home, But despite what may happen in chemical warfare, I think that Trey Jeter needs to just look at it like, instead of looking like something's being taken away from you, I think, him, like a lot of talents who get an opportunity at something, need to sit back and think to themselves, okay, so I'm getting a crack at gold, and I was world champion, and I'm doing all this stuff. I need to be appreciative of what I got instead of complaining about what I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he is. I'm speaking, that's a topic that's covering many different opinions, many different people's opinions, So it's like, just be appreciative, not just in JTV, but in life. Just be appreciative of what you may get. You know what I'm saying? Don't always think to yourself, hey, I don't have this, I don't have that. Just be appreciative of what you have.
Right.
So, yeah.
He has opportunity, and I definitely am pulling for guerrilla tactics to beat the Rusty Boys. I think, right? Is that right? Is that who they're wrestling? And,
Well, they got the Rusty Boys down tonight. They got the Newsom Club at
tonight.
Chemical
That's
Warfare.
right.
Yeah.
Newsom Club, who happened to lose tonight to you know, Bison and Majestic
Majestic
Tokyo.
Tokyo. It's more of a
Yeah,
tribute,
to
Bison's
yeah,
getting ready to go away and
he's
fold his
wrapping it up.
career, and it's just got to see a little bit of Bison and Flash tonight. Those guys were at the beginning of Mega Rush, back at episode 1 in 2012. So it was very symbolic, and I thought that was actually the match of the night. I think it was.
Yeah,
It was a lot better than I remember it being.
right.
It was a lot.
On
It
those
looked
tapes.
real. It looked real nice. It looked real
It looked
nice.
fun. It looked like it was a fun match. That's what it looked like to me.
Right.
It looked like it was just your classic style from back in the SBR days. And I
Right.
appreciate that.
Right.
Definitely appreciate that. Well, uh, Bison's hanging it up. Are there any other characters that you see putting into the rafters pretty soon here?
I think a lot of the old school JTV CAWs CPUs were like they've ran their course, and the best thing of what they have to offer, JTV right now, is to move aside and just kind of
Right.
let the next generation take over. That's part of the reason I'm home. Because it's just it's a changing of the times, I guess. You gotta know when to step aside. I've been accused, like, probably throughout my entire online career of being a ball hogger or somebody who takes the spotlight. You know, people like Nathan Vaz have said that I run my company, I make myself champion, and whatever the hell else he said. I guess you know, the show's all about me, or I make myself champion, or I give myself everything. You know, when it took me 2 years to get the JTV World Title. You know,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
weren't the
know.
inaugural champion. I don't know where that's coming from. You weren't. I
Uh,
don't believe you were the first champion.
uh, I'm getting a phone call real quick. SYM.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Hello.
What's good, man?
Uh,
Yo, hang that shit up, man. Hang that shit
man,
up.
You on?
I'm in the middle of an interview, Wolfman.
Oh,
I'm live on
Yo,
YouTube,
yo,
man.
yo, hang that shit up,
hello,
man.
YouTube.
Yeah, check me out on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah. That was a Wolfman, ladies and gentlemen, King Wolf.
Yeah, man. You know, man. Hang that. Yeah, I'm glad you hung that shit up. All
Back,
right. Well,
back to your question.
yeah. Fucking threw me off. What the fuck is this shit? Quit calling. I ain't taking no collect calls in this motherfucker. That's what this show is. You know, this isn't fucking bite this with Todd Gresham or whatever the fuck that was back in the day. It used to be ducking TNA questions like you duck the women and shit. But back to my question continues. You continue speaking. There you go.
Okay, so what's your next
It's
question?
it's oh okay, we're done with that first question. Gotcha. All right. Well, we've been talking about this is the last question I have in reference to the Warfare six-man match. The winner is practically solidified to be headlining Ultimate Showdown. Is that correct?
I mean, it's going to be a little bit before, you know, Ultimate Showdown. After Chemical Warfare, we're going to Night of Rebels, and I think we got like at least 2 other pay-per-views before Chemical Warfare, at least one more after that. So it's going to be a little bit. I mean,
Oh, really?
if they're solidified into going into Showdown as champion, I mean, they're going to have to hold on tight to that title. It's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a road
So
still.
so run the schedule down. Run the schedule down because I feel like there's for me as a viewer, there's a conflicting of what's going on. I thought Showdown was coming up after Warfare.
No, man, that doesn't have to be any conflictions. That's what you have the website for. The website shows you
Gotcha.
the schedule of all the pay-per-views that are coming up. You know, right now I just went on the pay-per-view list right now, loaded it in, nice and easy, and right here you can clearly see, you know, following Chemical Warfare, you got Night of Rebels, then you have Crossroads, then you have pay-per-view called Anarchy, and then you have your Showdown. So it's going to be a bit of a stretch.
God damn, man. We're not going to get to fucking Showdown until like 2021 in this motherfucker, man.
Well, you
What
have
is
three.
this shit?
You have 3 episodes each of Mega Rush. It's been shorted out.
Gotcha.
3 episodes pay per view. 3 episodes pay per view. So things are speeded up.
All right,
So
acceleration, accelerate that shit. I feel like we haven't seen a Showdown in fucking like 2 or 3 years.
it's been
You know?
um it's been 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know,
I mean, it's a
seems
special
like
event.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
special attraction, but I think having a show here that keeps people on their toes, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a
I
big
know.
one.
I know that's your shit. That's your favorite JTV
Yeah,
event right there.
that's the one, man. You know, I pop up and shit. I show up, I leave, never come
Right.
back until now. But
Ah.
you like that shit, huh? Got that milk
Ah.
taste to it, right? Yeah, that
Ah.
shit's real nice. So we were talking about you know you've been talking about it's time for the new generation to step up, and I was impressed when I saw the Next Gen show from 2 weeks ago. Um, a lot of good shit going on. You know, I got to be honest. There's a glaring issue, and
Yeah.
his name is Dwayne Johnson Jr.
Right.
Um, what kind of shit is this? What the fuck is this shit, man? What the fuck? We got he motherfucking mini me in this motherfucker. Like, explain the Rock Jr. to us. Explain it. Explain him.
Well, Dwayne Johnson Jr. is a character that he's pitched to creative, and there is a such thing as doing things that's going to generate heat. What are you doing right now? Who are you talking about?
Who am I talking about? What do you
Right.
mean?
Who are we talking about right now?
Dwayne Johnson Jr.
Exactly my point. He
Gotcha. All right,
he
all right. I see that shit.
he
I
has your
see it. All
attention.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you playing the McMahon card. All publicity is good publicity, apparently. Or,
Um, he's a great wrestler. He's had matches before getting on TV. He's a great wrestler. He's a good worker. He's friends with Cassidy Dreams, and he has at least not a generic look. You know what I'm
no,
saying? And he has a good look, good size. The Rock thing is just something he's ripping. He's just ripping it right now, and it gets attention. And I can tell you it's not going to be a long-term thing, if that's what you want to hear. But it's something he's using to get from here to there, and it's gotten people talking. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Great matches get people talking also. But when you can do something that is going to mess with people. Like we're here, like Kevin Impact, Jake/JAYKID, and SYM Shut Your Mouth are talking about this Dwayne Johnson Jr. from Next Gen.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. That's a
you
good
know,
point.
yeah,
That's a really fucking good point. I never thought of it like that. Well,
right.
congrats, kid. You got your 5 seconds of fame and shit. I can't wait until he does the Tooth Fairy 2 on Nick Jr.
Oh,
It's gonna be killer.
oh,
It's gonna be fucking great. Great shit. JTV Films presents the Tooth Fairy Part 2 and shit on Nick Jr. and shit.
right.
Uh, you know, one person we saw on the last not Mega Rush, the last episode of Next Gen, we saw the debut of Maniac Black, and that's our boy, man. That's our boy. That's Jeremiah, man. Jeremiah, fucking man. What can I say about Jeremiah? He's a real fucking guy. He's not a fucking weirdo like a lot of these other people and shit. A lot of these other wrestling fans. Real fucking guy. Had talks with him. Him and Trey Jeter, real dudes. But I was really happy to see him on the show. I tuned in because you were giving me hints that he would be debuting on the show. So he was the main reason why I tuned in, and I can't say that I was disappointed. You know.
Right.
What's your take on Jeremiah, aka Maniac Black? Killer gimmick, by the way.
The thing with him is that it's kind of funny because, it's like I just bumped into him because of Trey. Just chatting it
Hmm.
up in the party. I bumped into him, and I liked him. He started doing some dumb shit, and I started laughing and stuff like that. And, um, obviously the laugh you got over. You started promoting it, and
Hold
he,
on 1 second. You talk about this shit right here? That's the laugh. That's the one right there. You talking about that shit right there?
yeah, that's the one right there. That's the one that went
All
off
right,
on Next Gen and shit.
I
Uh,
just got to make sure. I got to
right.
make sure.
We got to make sure. People get confused out here these days. You want to be specific about info.
Oh
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
right. So, yeah, I think he came out a lot better than I thought. I think he's a great talent, great worker. He has a unique look. He's a unique talent. Um, at first I was thinking, he hit me with the Maniac Black and it was sudden, and I was like, you know what, that works. Maniac Black works for me, and the laugh and everything about him, I think it works. He tried, took on big Matt Shendon, gave him a hell of a fight. He was not even
Yeah,
supposed to be there. You know, Wolfman was supposed to go against Shinden. It was supposed to be
absolutely.
his last next gen match. It was the original plan. But you know, stuff came up, and we had to change the card. So you know, he kind of slided in last minute. Maniac Black did. I think he's on to something. I'm extremely proud of him, and more power. Shout out to Maniac Black.
I'm excited to see his work, man. I'm excited to see what happens next. You mentioned Shinden, dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking beast! What a fucking beast Shinden is.
Mm.
His presence and just everything about him. He's a guy that I feel can really carry next gen. You know, you have a lot of absences. A lot of the core people that were once there in next gen are now gone. You have Drastral, you have that nigga who didn't write his own promos. You have King Wolf. All of those guys, they were the staples of next gen, and now they're gone. And I feel like Shinden's the next big thing. Shinden, he's going to carry it, and I think he's going to do really fucking well with it. I'm really impressed. Everything, the fucking entrance, the look. He beats the shit out of people. If I could just sit there and watch him beat the shit out of people on 2K, I would. I need a compilation of it. That shit's fucking great. Just
He has one.
with gangster ass, ghetto ass music playing in the background, yo. That's what I want. I want motherfucking E40 playing in the background. I got five on. I'm trying to give you some clout here. I want all
Mm-mm.
that shit in the background, player. I'm just trying to give you some clout, player. But Shinden's fucking impressive, and I really foresee him becoming the next gen champion, undefeated, undefeated. And I really was thinking that Maniac Black was gonna beat him, but god damn,
I
ain't no
thought
stopping that guy.
I thought it might have happened. I thought a lot of people came close. It's been real crazy. Like the Stan Lee last comic when Cassidy came at him with the Venom and he was doing the Punisher thing. Like I really thought Cassidy had a chance. And people were on the edge of their seat watching that in the stream. And it's like, he fucking hits that fucking move 1, 2, 3. And it's like, damn, this motherfucker, like he keeps fucking killing shit. Keeps
He's a
killing anything.
goddamn beast, bro. Like
Yeah.
goddamn,
Like the
he's
the last
oh
time the last time we saw anything like this was obviously Slade. But man, compared to Slade, kids
the
play
fuck out of
compared to
here,
Shendon.
Slade. Get the fuck out of here. Slade was not shit. Fucking Shinden, man. Shinden makes me feel like I'm watching Bruce Lee or like fucking Rocky or somebody, fucking
Right.
Ivan Drago. His entrances, it's fucking great because his entrance is like I don't know if you've seen Creed. I know you probably haven't, but they do a new thing with the Rocky movies and Creed where they give them entrances that really fucking hype up the fight. And
Right.
his shit is like that. It's fucking great. I love the guy. I love his work, man, and I'm excited to see some more shit. I think I think what you should do as you're building up your next gen talent pool, I think you should really consider giving them their own like special shows. I know you do this from time to time. I'm sure you have, but I think they should have their own little special events, similar to how they do the takeovers for NXT. Because I think a guy like Slade definitely deserves to be the main event of a pay-per-view. Not Slade, I'm sorry, Shinden. Slade deserves to be the main event of the back of a milk carton. And I think Shinden definitely deserves to be the main event of a pay-per-view. So definitely consider that one. Maybe a short little show where they get like time to show their shit. The best players on that show as you continue to grow it, and have him headline it because Shinden's a motherfucker, bro. He
Yeah.
is a motherfucker. He's running through people.
I agree. It's funny because I didn't know whether you caught eye or sight of him yet, and it's good to see that you did. And I was waiting. I
Yeah,
was
man.
like waiting for you to approach me.
Seeing him makes me want to get back into it. I
Yeah.
kind of want to. I kind of want to compete against the guy.
You hear that, folks? You heard it here.
Breaking news. You know,
Right.
if I could pick one person to go against, it'd be Shinden. It'd be fucking epic. It'd be incredible.
Mm.
Um, and I think I'd break that fucker's streak. I really do. I really do. You're talking about me, man.
Right.
Team for the win. Do people not do their history about me? Nobody fucking remembers Team for the win. Undefeated tag team still to this day. We beat the fucking Sean Storm and Corey Flash, Team Flash. We beat all them motherfuckers. Like, come on now. Come on now.
Team Flash.
Team Flash, right? You know how
Right.
the under the cover buddies is they're known in
Yikes.
gay strip clubs. But
Mm-mm.
we're live, pal. Ski
Mm-mm.
ski.
To be
I'm just
expected.
saying, man. I'm just saying, you know. I think me and Shannon would put on a show. I mean, you've never beaten me, so you know, Shannon's not gonna get it. Have you played against? Have you faced Shannon yet?
No.
No.
That's a dream match right there.
Mm. Let's talk about some dream matches now. You know, let's make this interesting. What are some JTV dream matches for you? Not Kevin Impact specifically, but just in general. Who do you want to see go at it? Give me like a list of them. You know, because I'm really interested in seeing
I,
what you want.
I like to see SYM versus a good JTV run.
Mm.
Long, you know,
Oh
I like.
shit!
Uh,
Oh,
hey,
oh,
if you gonna bomb me up, I'm gonna bomb you back. You know what I'm saying?
ah!
First and only
I
warning,
love
baby.
that shit.
Uh,
I love that shit.
I I mean, I mentioned you obviously. You know, you got me twice. One of the greatest competitors I've ever competed against. That's one I like back. You know,
Mm.
that'd be a good match. We're talking JTV. I think some people are talking about me and Shendon. You know, I got no problem getting in the ring with Shendon. You know, I hope that I can get me okay again,
Hmm.
so that I can
Yeah.
get back, and then maybe at Showdown, you know, you guys can get it. Me and Shendon. Shendon obviously has been posting pictures and trying to get my attention. You know, he's a great guy. You know, he's a
Yeah.
great guy from Kuwait. You know what I'm
Need
saying?
to bring him
So,
on the show sometime. He speak English? He speak English well?
absolutely,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
let's get him on the
He's
show in here sometime.
and he's a real dude also. You know, he's not like you know, he's kind of like me, and that's what I like about him.
He's not a
And
CPU.
no, definitely not a Steve. I mean, with the spears and the punches he's giving all these guys, no, it definitely doesn't. No, definitely not. Uh, you know, I could see that match being a major match. Um, I like to take myself out of it. You know, I think you know, Drasko had made mention about fighting Shendon also. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? I think, you know, us getting to see a little bit of a Wolf and Shendon at Chemical Warfare is going to be a treat right there. Um, uh, I like to see a showdown match between Wolf and Amazing. I like to see. I think now that Drasko's back. I mean, we haven't seen him on the show. We saw his little video tonight on the show, um,
Mm.
but we still haven't seen Drasko. But you know, if he ever decides to come out of the shadows, quote unquote, I like to see him. I think him and Wolf could really tear the house down at Showdown, like
Oh,
Brett and
for
Owen.
sure.
You know, I think
Oh yeah.
another match I like to see on TV would be Drasko and Mr. Amazing. I think that'll
Mm.
be, you know, some good snack time right there. Um, um, there's several different matches, you know, you could probably put together. There's probably some other ones, you know. I just gotta keep thinking and thinking,
Oh,
you know.
oh my fucking God. I didn't mean to cut you off. We'll get back into dream matches in a second here, but I don't know if you got the chat there with you, sitting there in your lap there, J Kid. But
I'm
I
looking
want
at it
you
right
to.
on the TV.
And do you see a name there? We
I
got to start an investigation.
I see a lot of names there, you know.
You know, and who the fuck is Marcus Storm, Joe? Who the fuck is he? I need to know. We need the answers now. We need Mulder and Scully, motherfucking Beetlejuice, all them motherfuckers to help us figure out who the fuck Marcus Storms is, yo, and why the fuck is Marcus Storms? You know, who the fuck that nigga is, yo? Oh, yo, nigga, get the fuck out the chat, yo. Nobody know who the fuck you is, huh? I don't even think you know yourself, Marcus. Oh,
Oh God.
oh. Marcus, Marcus from Gears of War.
Yo, you killing Wolf, man. You're killing Wolf. You gotta chill, man. You got, you know, JTV did not give you that check and brought you here to do this at YM. You need to stop with
All right,
this.
all right, all right.
You need to chill the hell
let's
out.
let's get back.
We
Let's
have a
get.
job to do here.
Oh my God. Let's get back to
The hell?
let's get back to dream matches. For me personally, um, dream match that I want to see on the show. I
Oh,
definitely want to see. Yo, chill the fuck out, yo. Chill out. We're trying to move on, bro. We are trying to move on. I really want to. Shut the fuck up, please. I like you. I want to see Shinden versus Kevin Impact. You know, I think that'll be neat. Uh, I want to see Kevin Impact come out of retirement first. You know, I want him to be all right and all wobbly cobbly.
I
Um,
appreciate that, my good friend. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, he's the backbone of this program, and I totally don't think that he's done. I really don't think. I think we got a few years on him. You know, I think we got a few years on him in the show. I want to see him versus Shinden for sure. I also would like to see um, a showdown. I know it's happened, but I want to see that showdown. I want to see Wolf versus Mr. Amazing at showdown. You know, that's one that I think would be really damn good. Um,
Right.
I got a lot of personal dream matches that I'd like to do. You know, I'd like to get in there with Wolf and Draskell and definitely Mr. Amazing. Definitely Mr. Amazing. I want him. I want him for sure. And me and you, of course. Me and you. I hate to put myself over, but you and I, let's get this shit going.
I mean, you can say
Um,
whatever you want, man. You know, this is the show that you're hosting. You know,
well, I'm not.
you,
You know, I'm not
you,
trying
you
to be like.
deserved, you deserve to give yourself a lot more. And I told a lot of people that about you for years. You, you should have given yourself more, dude. You should have rewarded yourself more. You should have given yourself a good run. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me
because
get. Let
you,
me. I'm gonna take a page out of your book when I get my shit situated. We will see. We will see.
right.
We will see. But I think I say I don't want to put myself over because a certain next gen commentator, you know, he does a lot of that. Um, and
Yikes.
I just think it's unnecessary. I mean, everybody says it. You know, what's good with what's his name? Fucking uh Jack what the fuck's that nigga name on next gen commentary? Oh, I forget his name. You know, we know him. It's Trey Jeter playing the fucking character, but you know, I'm just saying I forget his name right now, his character's name. So
As we're drawing tonight. We have 75 comments and counting. There are people listening, so I'm sure he's
yeah,
listening.
yeah, I'm sure he's you know I'm sure he's listening, but you know absolutely. I just think that it's unnecessary to put yourself over on commentary. That's all I'm saying. Guy's fun to listen to. Vincent, that's his name. Fucking Vincent, motherfucking Virgil from
Vincent
WCW.
Vincent Del
Yeah,
Pino. Right.
Vincent, yeah, yeah, what he said and shit. I think he puts himself over too much. I know a lot of people have issue with his commentary. Could you see yourself having another commentator or some different commentary team in the future, or what's the deal with it? I'm not trying to put anybody out of work, but you know,
Um, It's more of a position. This is I don't want to put the word work with what we do. This is definitely not nothing like that. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
stuff like
No,
that's what
no.
we get away from. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, I I think I'll say this. I think that as a voice to any wrestling show or in our case a CAW show, you have to live through you have to live through it. You have to you have to feel it. Most importantly, you got to feel it. You know, what's going on in the ring is always important, and you have to feel it. If you're gonna tell stories, you know, you tell stories, but you always have to acknowledge the elbows and the drop kicks that are going on in the ring. And you know, his thing is the story thing. My thing is the shoot and focusing on the because I don't do commentary. I've said that time and time again. I just talk trash and like I just call the action. That's just my thing.
Right.
You know Maverick. And
Oh, we gotta talk
it
about him too and shit.
it's important. I mean, you got Corey Flash throwing shots at you, calling you a hypocrite on there. Also, we could probably do that
Call me a
also.
hypocrite. Oh yeah, we can
Right.
cover that too. We cover him.
Yeah.
If he
So
wants it, I mean, he's saying it. Let's get it.
right. So the thing is, I'm not gonna throw my guy Trey under the bus or nothing. You know, there's moments. I will say that there's definitely room for improvement. You know, but it's like you know, that understanding is important. His thing is to wander off and go, you know, and tell a story. I think the self promotion thing, the spamming of it is unnecessary, and he needs to understand that right now for sure. That it's not gonna work, dog. You just can't be. I don't even promote myself all the time like that. You know what I mean? Like I just stick to JAYKIDD, and that's all it is. If we're shooting this up, that's what it is. I just stick to JAYKIDD. I don't, I don't even want to be anywhere close Kevin Impact right now. That's part of the reason why things are how they are. But
Right.
the Trey Jeter thing or the Vincent Del Pino thing, it's like this is a whole brand and this is a whole roster. This is not just one thing. So
Yeah.
I'll
And I
I'll
think that's the issue that a lot of people have with him. Rather than calling the action, it's very more so focused on, you know, Trey Jeter, so to speak. And that's fine. We put him over a lot, but it's just unnecessary, especially in developmental where it's very good to put those guys over and build them up as opposed to somebody that's already built, you know.
me and him just try to just pretty much kick it. And just that's what we try to focus on commentary. We just try to have as much fun as we can. You're gonna run into unnecessary things though. So I'll say
Right.
that much.
You know, these kinds of criticism obviously gets people sensitive and gets people riled up. I see Trey's a little disgruntled. And Trey, we like you, man. We said this before. It's just criticism, constructive criticism. One person that has no business speaking is Corey Flash. And I'll tell you why. What was that show? What was that show Draskell was going to do back in the day? FHW. Yeah, Sour Grapes, Boohoo, FHW.
Uh,
And people, when the witch hunts were happening, people were leaving left and right. Yeah, everybody was asking for their release one by one after the guy who didn't cut his promos left. They all thought it was going to be a big fucking moment. Like everyone's boycotting, everyone's leaving. I'm going to leave. One of those people that left was one of the good guys, Corey Flash. And not just that, but you and him called personal beef that we're not going to go into here. But he left and he turned his ass around and he tried to join the crowd. He tried to be cool when he was champion, while he was your champion, right? This motherfucker here is calling me a hypocrite. He's calling me, what is he? I'm sure he's calling me a liar, everything under the book. But it's just goofy coming from a guy whose teeth look like motherfucking Sharpies and shit. I seen your ass on Takeover. Everybody was touting it. You know, it's cool that you were on TV, but Jesus Christ, I didn't know Weight Watchers went out of fucking business, Corey. You fucking ugly motherfucker. You look like Bebop Rocksteady from Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna cut your bum ass right now. You want to talk all this shit, man? Act like the big guy. Everybody might have forgiven you, but bro, real shit, man to man, we ain't forgiving you, dog. We ain't forgiving you. This nigga right here, man, he tells me things, Corey, and you think he's going to lie to me or you. You ain't coming back, dog. I hate to break it to you on here and embarrass you, but you wanted to talk, so we're talking now. You can hide under the covers all you want, but I think Sean Storms left a while ago, so he's not going to join me. The fact of the matter is this, man. You are a grown ass man playing child ass games. Grown ass fucking man can't stand on his own. When all that shit was going down, you knew what was going on with Low. You knew the story. Yet you tried to be cool. You tried to do what everyone else wanted you to do. You even threw all of us under the bus saying how we're bad friends just to save your ass. We're still here. You're not. I'm on this show. You're not. And even if you were, it'd be fucking trash, bro. It'd be fucking garbage because you can't write your shit neither, bro. He has to write all your shit. And when you cut it, it sounds like you're fucking reading. Shout out to Craig Mack. The fact of the matter is this, man. Y'all need to understand something, man. Y'all need to understand respect. Y'all need to understand what it's like to be fucking men. Grown ass men. This shit's a video game, but bro, real life is real life. You know, we all got personal shit. My man right here, I'm talking to has had personal shit, yet he's still here being a fucking man, bro. I got personal shit. This I'm here being a fucking man. I ain't turning my back on my friends. I know where I fucking came from. You don't. So why I don't like you? Because you talk shit, you're a liar, you're manipulative, and you follow popular opinion. If FHW wasn't a success, you wouldn't be here right now, bro. Let's be fucking real. Let's cut the shit. Let's be fucking real. You said you was gonna bring competition, you were gonna bring all this shit, right? Bro, I heard you on the phone. I heard you. This man had me in his ear listening while he's talking to you. We hear you, bro. We know what you say. You're fucking liars, dog. You tried to throw Wolf under the bus. You tried to throw Drasko under the bus. You tried to throw all these niggas under the bus. You talk shit about all of them. And that's on them. That's on them for not being real with themselves and saying, nah, fuck you, man. You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. They're being nice people. I'm not nice, bro. I told you what it was. You know, I told you what it was, bro. I will smack the fuck out you, dog. I'm not playing. All right? All right? Let's be real. Let's be fucking real, Corey. Let's get that straight, dog. You aren't coming back. You're trash. You can be upset all you fucking want. You can be buddy buddy and kiss ass all you want, dog. But the shit's done. The shit's done. I'm not going to be your friend again. I don't even know if this nigga can consider himself your friend. He's giving you a chance out of the kindness of his heart. But I guarantee you're going to fuck up, dog, because that's what you do. You're a disappointment, just like the title run. Back to the good shit. Maverick, very talented. I like his NXT shit, NXT, next gen shit, right? What do you think about Maverick?
He's a clown. I think Maverick is fucking funny. I like when him and Funkman get into these arguments. It's always funny and entertaining. His Chris Benoit takes are just legendary, and he's good talent. He's been doing good shit. He's got a big match coming up. He's got, I think, a bright future with JTV. He's onto something. Ever since he walked in the door in 2016, he's had this stuff going on, and I've caught on to him. And the thing about talent is, like, you got to learn the talent, and that's one thing Vince McMahon doesn't know how to do no more. He's not in tune with the talent. He just doesn't know who Ricochet or this person or that person is. I try to learn everybody, and that's what I try to do. The best way to learn the talent is to let them be themselves, because then that organicness is going to come out naturally. And so I observe the talent first, and then let them show me what they got, and then little by little I start unlocking what I see in them. And Maverick is just, it was a natural thing for him. So he can move. He's got a good look. He doesn't look generic anymore, and he's got good shit going on. I got some big plans for him. I think he's on his shit right now. Definitely.
Mm. I like Maverick. We had him in the chat. This man has me dying every time we talk. Uh, you know, me and you, we talk about all these kind of guys. I like when you introduce me to them and you show me their flavor. You know, shout out to Chris because he's another one who we talked with last night. I think it was me, you, him, Wiz, and a few other people in there. Funk Carter. Shout out to Funk, man. You're doing good shit, Funky. Keep it up. But I like that shit because they're really interesting, man. They're different people. It's a different time. Maverick's definitely somebody to look out for. You know, his Benoit shit, like you said, fucking hilarious. And
Right.
I'm excited to see where you go with it. You know,
Yeah.
um, I think he's like Shannon. He's like another one of those guys I see carried next gen, or maybe even coming to the main roster or whatever,
Absolutely.
doing his shit. But I'm you got a bright future. You got a bright future, Maverick. Real fucking bright future. So I brought up earlier, man. You think you ever give next gen their own like pay-per-views and shit like that? You think you ever do those like mini small pay-per-views for them?
It's been in my head since 2017. When Next Gen started kind of building up and starting going after Mega Rush, it's been in my head that you know next the thing that's going on with Next Gen is that it's starting to become too big. And if I got to be completely honest, I've been trying to slow it down, and I can't stop
Right.
it. I cannot stop Next Gen. I've tried to tone it down so that it's good, but it's not that good. And even when I don't even make the effort. People still tune in. It's still over the top, and it's just exploding. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
the thing is that it's out of control right now. Right now, as much as people want to make things up about JTV, and they're misinformed, JTV actually right now, like I said, has more talent than ever. So we're in a position right now where we have so much talent that we, like, Mega Rush is jam packed. Next Gen is supposed to be like the leftover talent. Next Gen is jam packed. We can barely
Hmm.
book talent. That's how many people we have. So that's the reason why Next Gen is just at that point. And now we got Maverick, we got Shendon, we got Maniac Black. You got people like this on Next Gen. How is it going to fail?
Exactly.
A year ago, a couple people were saying, "Oh, Next Gen is like headed downhill." Next Gen doesn't need to succeed. Next Gen is a counterpart of JTV where people get airtime, they compete, they do whatever, and it continues to reinvent itself time and time again. If you feel the same, if you go back in time and compare it to what's going on now, it's very different a year ago.
Right.
When
Yeah.
when these people, these big names were getting called up to the main roster, all this stuff was going on. Look at what's going on now. You got monsters on Next Gen and on Mega Rush, and it's not stopping. And as much as we try to tone it down, we can, because the same thing continues to happen every couple of weeks. We get a knock at the door. Can I come to JTV? So you tell me, SYM. You tell me that everybody's going to leave JAYKIDD, that 90% of the roster is gone. You tell me that the show's doing bad. You tell me that all this stuff is going on when we have all these people that want to come to JTV from left to
Right.
right. You're here. We're all here. They want to come here. Like, what can I tell you? We're obviously doing something, and maybe somebody's just jealous. I don't know. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe somebody's just mad. I don't know, but
I'm sure a lot of people are mad, but bro, here's the thing,
right,
man. People gotta understand you can't start shit and then fucking and then just think that it's gonna be cool. You can't don't fucking throw stones at a glass window and think the shit won't break. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. And that's what a lot of people have done, and that's what a lot of people are doing. That's why they're trying to put your shit down, but you have a lot of success. And that's why, yes, folks, that's why I got heated at Koi Flash earlier, because that's what those kind of people have done. He's part of that group of people that have done that shit. And now he wants to come back and be in everybody's good graces despite him turning his back. That shit's it's not gonna fly. It's 2019. Get off the fucking bullshit, bro. People got real shit going on. We don't need this fucking fake shit. You know. I want to get into this because now I'm getting all fired up and I see the comments. Everybody's saying check out the comments, and I'm looking at the comments, and there's somebody that's in there, cheerleading for the
There's people.
for
People hit
yeah.
me up
There's
saying me
people.
they want to get on here. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
This shit
I'm
about to
getting
go
that too,
viral
but
at YM.
I'm getting. Hey man, this ain't the statement part three, folks. This ain't the statement part three. Stay tuned here.
130 comments. What the hell?
But I'm just saying, man. Look, there's people in the chat,
Uh,
a lot of disgruntled people, and two of them who are really campaigning for those who were released a while ago, Ryan Riley and Marcus Storms. Now we don't know who Marcus Storms is. I'm still trying to figure out, but I know who Ryan Riley is. Used to be on my shit, WWS, Ryan Zodiac. Uh, Go ahead. What's the deal with that? I don't know the full story to that. What's up with Ryan Riley? We're being specific now since people want to come out the woodworks.
um, I like Riley. Formerly Ryan Zodiac and JTV. Ryan Riley. I got a lot of respect for Ben, man. I got a lot of love for him. I got a lot of respect for him. At the end of his JTV career, things kind of, um, I just didn't see a lot of effort, and that's kind of like where, I just thought it'd be best for us to part ways. That's all. But I
Right.
got love for him. Me and him kind of went. The reason I connected with him more is because he went through the same thing I went through. Losing a mother is the most difficult thing anybody will ever go through in life, and that's where I feel like I connected with him. He was going through some shit personally. He couldn't. What I'm saying? He was trying to find a way to make money, and it wasn't working out. And there came a time like when it worked out. He was able to get a really
Right.
good job, and he was driving trucks and stuff like that. I don't want to put all his business out there, but I want to say that I'm very proud of him. I'm happy that that happened. Like I don't have any bad feelings towards him
And
for
that's
what
what I was
happened.
thinking because that's what I was thinking because out of all the shit we've talked about, he's not one that you've really had disdain or heat with. He's just a guy where shit just didn't work out. Similar to my circumstance. I think he's somebody who you'd consider bringing back for sure. But I just think, shit happens. It's life. You know.
Right.
I
I
don't really
mean,
know why
I
he's
mean, and it's not even a comeback thing. Like, genuinely, I just have respect for him. Like, I can communicate with him. I have him on my friends list, and I'm cool with him. And it doesn't have to be a JTV thing. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like all you guys are a piece of meat, and after we don't have any negotiation, I'm done with you. That's not how it works. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? That's not how it works at all. Someone thought that, and recently sent me a friend request, and I told them no because, you thought that I was using you. You thought that I was just trying to bring you back to JTV because all these big names were walking away, and that's not the case. When I make friends with somebody, they're my friends. Straight up, they're my
Right.
friends. It's not. Uh, this is not a business. This is not the WWE. This is not a job. Like the shit doesn't fucking matter to me, you know. Um, so yeah, shout out to Ryan Riley. Like I said, like I get along with him. I'm cool with him. No problem with Ryan Riley. I mean, that's the only thing about it. Little things kind of slowed down towards the end of his career, and I just wasn't a big fan of his work ethic at that time. He had stuff going on too. I have to consider that. You know,
Right.
absolutely. So,
Absolutely. And I like him. I've always liked him. Even like I said, well, people don't know this, but when I had my shit, WWS, Ryan Zodiac was on it. He was on
right.
his shit. He was doing his shit. He's a really cool dude, very creative and talented guy, and there's definitely no replacing his work ethic or his creativity. The guy's great. I don't know most of his personal stuff like you do, but I respect him in the same light. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a problem with him. He seems like a genuine dude.
Yeah.
Just miscommunications, and that's typically what happens in life. Uh, so I was asked. I'm getting questions in the comments. I don't know if you see any of them, Any one of those questions pique
Uh,
your interest? I know Funky's asking some
no,
good ones.
I see them from here. I'm kind of just, like I see Riley's messages up from here, but I'm kind of just going where you want to go, boss. I'm just following you.
Well, all right. I was asked about how I feel about Cassidy Dreams, and I like him. I like Cassidy Dreams a lot. Cool guy. Nice gimmick. Definitely a worker. I can get behind that. I'd like to see him get the call up soon. You know, I
For sure.
and let me bring this up to you. Let me bring this up to you. I think there needs to be more factions. I think you got enough. You got a lot of factions as is. I feel like those factions need to grow and be built. You know, I want to. I know. There's plans for Guerrilla Tactics. Uh, I know the Newsom club's continuing to thrive and grow, and Burke Lawson and his people are still conjuring demons and drinking blood and drinking water and shit. But I think there definitely needs to be some growth. You know, like some of these factions are just three-man bands. You know, and I feel like they need to be a little bit more. You know, get the females involved. I like Diana. I think her name was tonight on Mega Rush. You know, but I definitely think when you start getting into the faction shit, Cassidy Dreams is going to be one that everyone should be vying for. I definitely think he's going to be
Uh,
one that everyone should be vying for.
we have those plans. We previously talked
There we
about
go.
those plans with him. I can confirm that. Diana tonight was not someone. That's not a persona for JTV. That's just a female that the Newsom clubs came out with. Uh,
Hmm.
Recently, with the push with programming, recently we're trying to get a lot more, uh, you know, sexually, lot more sexual activity going on. If I must say
Oh,
so.
okay, all
So we
right.
got
You guys are hitting
bunch of.
puberty in this son of a bitch, huh? You
Well,
hitting
I
puberty in
mean,
this shit.
here's what's going on. On the website, there's an article we put out where we talk about how right now we're just pulling off whatever we can.
Hmm.
We're trying to do the same thing that we got going on right now with the views right now of people listening to us right now, you and me. We're trying to get these views to come up. You know what I'm saying? Someone thinks, hey guys, someone thinks that we can't get to 400 views. What do you guys think about that? Get
Put
us
that in
up
the
there.
comments, yo.
Get
Yeah.
get get us to 400 views. Somebody thinks we can't get to 400 views. What do you guys think about that? Prove them wrong. So we're working right now to try to boost this thing up. Mega Rush has jumped up into the 200s. It's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if WWS was around, you'd probably get more than that easily, faster. But since you're on a sabbatical, we're just doing our thing, and it's taking us some time to get up there. Folks. If you're gonna be a part of JTV and you're trying to get this thing to boost up, I mean, you got to show support. I can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? You guys want this JTV to go viral. You want it to be bigger than life. You want all these views. You got to help. Tell your
Hmm.
friends. Share it. Post it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Promote all the shows. Promote the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it works. I can't do it all alone. It's supposed to be a group thing, So don't come to me and complain about this much amount of views or whatever. Like, you want it to grow? Help it grow.
Hmm.
Promote it. Spam it.
It's a team effort. Team
Team
effort.
effort. You know what I'm saying? Don't just point the finger at me. So that's just what's going on. You got a lot
Hmm.
more sex appeal on the show because we're just tweaking things up to see what works, to see what's going on, and like that's where we're going. That's why we're here right now, premiering the official live and uncensored JTV episode 1, late night here with yourself after Mega Rush. That's why we're doing
Absolutely.
this, because we and keep tuning in, because we're gonna keep pulling off all the stops. You're gonna keep getting shit like this programming. Hey, you're sensitive. It's gonna get hot and heavy. It's not just
No,
gonna get.
it's just how it is.
It's not just gonna be sexual. It's gonna be controversial. So, you know what I'm saying? If you got mom in the living room, Be careful, because there's gonna be a big fat ass that's gonna pop up. You know, if your family, you know, is not into the controversy and the edgy TV, be careful. Shit is gonna pop up. So I'm just warning you. I had to tell Funk Man earlier while watching the show, like, hey man, you got to get out of there, because when Mega Rush starts, that ain't no PG show, and neither is Next Gen anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm
Neither.
saying?
None of them.
No,
I think the statement part two really
yikes.
really really did something to the psyche and around here. You know, it gave hair to your balls, so to speak. You know, put hair on the balls of JT there, JT.
You know,
Anything you want to say about the statement part two, man? I know everybody keeps asking me about part three. And I know some people probably feel like this is part three. It's not. But anything you got to say about that? You know, anything you want to say about part two, bro? You know?
like I said, you know, I'll go in your direction. The statement I told you many times, just like I told a lot of them many times. I know it's hard for some people to understand because they just don't fucking understand things as much as I say it and explain it and break it down. You know, even and write it in big
Or
words so
draw
they
them a
can see
graph.
it. Right, like they, you know, they don't get it. They just don't get it. So the statement is a guide. It is a Bible. It is an explanation. It is a yellow book pages. It's all that. You know, if you listen to it and pay attention word for word, listen to everything, you will understand the situation of what was going on at that time. If you skim through it and just pick out an excerpt of something you heard that you didn't like and smear me with it, it's easy to make me out to look like a piece of shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it is what it is. There is no such thing in this world as 100% of something. So, you know, you're never going to have an entire crowd that's going to love you or an entire crowd that's going to hate you. There's going to be,
Absolutely not.
you know, so I'm not trying to please anybody. Um, that's what it is. You know, I made the decisions that I made throughout that time. People made decisions as well. It's a situation a lot of people don't understand but wanted to have an opinion on. And, you know, here we are.
Here we are indeed. Here we are indeed.
Yep,
Uh, so I got a few more questions. We're gonna wrap this up. I don't want this to go too long. You
for
know,
sure.
what's up with your women's division? How's
Right
that
now,
going?
right now, I'm in the process of, you know, just a lot of scouting. Um, you know, I don't know what locker room rumor is going around of me or whatnot, but let me just clear the air right here, right now. I do not have any problem of any kind with anybody uh, who's a homosexual. I'll put it that
Mm,
way. No problem
absolutely
at
not.
all. I don't have no problem with them. There's people in the JTV community right now who, you know, are into the same sex thing, and I don't have a problem with that. That's their personal business. It's been in the past, and it is currently right now. As a matter of fact, I'm currently trying to bring someone in that is of that,
Mm,
and is trying to be that on screen, which I like that. I'm excited about
I
this
do too.
character. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be entertaining, and shout out to AEW. You know who got Sunny
Sunny
Kiss.
Kiss.
It's
And
gonna be
Sunny
a
Kiss, yeah, absolutely.
you know, we might have our own Sunny Kiss. If I can negotiate with the kid, we might have our own Sunny Kiss, and I like him. I think he's great. You know what I'm saying? I won't say his name because we haven't negotiated a name yet. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, so like for anybody who's thinking that I'm like that, there you go right there. It's none of that.
Nah, man,
I
and I
just
know you. I know you, and that is not the case. I think having gay people and people of the LGBT community on your show, I think that's definitely cool because not just it'll bring different stories and different aspects, but I think it'll bring diversity. We're a very diverse show. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people of color on there. You got a lot of black people. You got a lot of white people. It's a good blend. And
right.
that's what I like to see personally. So, yeah, continue.
So so I'm open to anyone of any race, of any color, of any ethnicity, sexual preference to come into JTV. I've said it. You've heard it here. But
Absolutely.
folks, when I am building a woman's division, understand that I mean woman's division.
Mm.
So
Elaborate.
we are trying to build a strong woman's division where it's female only. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We're not going to bring ignorance into this conversation. I will leave that to your imagination. But it is females only. Born woman, born female. Okay?
Mm.
There's a lot of pride that I take into trying to build this division. Now, the division's been rocky. You've had women for, it's had its history of women. JTV Women's Division. And right now, I think that Leah, Amber, and Sahara are amongst the three that are going to keep it alive and are going to, help me try to scout as many females, real females, as I can to bring in. I'm currently speaking to someone who's supposed to be coming in. I'm still getting information about this person and to see how interested she is. And I have two women who are involved with us, but not trying to have them be in a wrestling capacity. They're trying to be like Renee Young. So I have
Gotcha.
a lady that's like trying to be, not trying to be, I'm trying to sell her into being like a Renee Young. She keeps wanting me to ask her again and again and again and offer her, I'm going to try to see what's going to happen with that. We've had other women that I've spoken to that were supposed to come in, but they get lazy, and it's a division, guys, that is still building. It's kind of like Vince McMahon with the XFL, only I won't fail. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I'm building this women's division little by little, trying to acquire as many people as I can. Drasco, I see you in the crowd. Let her know what's up, man. Come to JTV. Wolfman, let her know what's up. Come to JTV. Get you guys on the screen. Make it happen. We're trying
Right.
to build this women's division, and I want it to be a women's division. It's either going to work, and if it does not work, I'm going to shut it down and focus
Right.
on another division that will work. It's just that simple. If I can't get enough women, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, speaking truthfully, if I can't get enough women to build this division, I'm going to shut it down. What's the point? You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I can get within the next couple of months some more girls, you get to the 10 to 15, stuff like that, I think it could become something. But
And I think it's real hard to find female wrestling fans in general,
that's the
bro, that
problem.
play the games consistently. You know,
Right.
uh, I think that's the vice of it, and I think that's what it boils down to. It's not you; it's
Hey,
the circumstance of it.
I'm gonna have to address this because I seen Chris mention Nyla Rose at YM.
Oh, yo, nah, man, not this show, not this show. Nah, bro, not this show, Chris. Not this one right here.
I get my do rag. Yeah, I break character. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yo, we will
mm,
be in Vegas. We might do a show out there while we're in Vegas. How does that sound?
if y'all if y'all want to see us do if y'all want to see us do a live May 25th in Vegas, show some love in the comments. Tell us.
Because
Um,
this isn't going to be the only one we do of this. I think we're going to do a lot more of these when it's
oh,
right. And I think
that's why, man. He just loving all y'all attention, man. Don't listen to him. He loving this. He
uh,
loves this attention.
uh,
He look
uh,
look look. Uh,
uh, uh,
man,
fuck you talking about, nigga? Shut up.
Chris, I'm a big fan of Nyla Rose.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like them. I didn't like Nyla Rose.
I'm over here
I,
trying to wrap the
I
show up. You talking about Nyla Rose? Go ahead.
nah, I like Nyla Rose. That's all I'm saying. I'm a big fan of him. Very big fan.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying?
fucking God. Chill out with that shit, man. It's an
Yeah.
inside joke right there. But I know a lot of people wanted to come in here and talk and cut shit with us, but I think this one should have just been us and we should have just had the pleasure of
Th-
explaining our
it's a
opinions on
debut,
people.
folks. It's a debut.
Right. There will be times where everybody gets a piece of the pie. I know a lot of people, uh Trey and
Uh,
Wolf. They wanted on the show, and it's like not right now. You know, just enjoy the first one. We'll get you on the next one. Who do you want, man? Who do you want on here? Who do you want to talk to?
I'm just
Hold on.
thinking like
Uh,
this could be a really big thing.
yeah,
Because with the we're here in the party just kicking it. Anybody could come in here as a guest.
literally. Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
gonna
Get
be
Wolf in
interesting.
here.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. Stay tuned.
Get Wiz in here. You know, get Scott Gross in here. Shout out to Mr.
Ugh,
Raven. Merry Christmas. And
ugh,
and yeah, that's how we're gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna let you do
ugh.
the honors, Playboy. Thank you all for listening. If you didn't like it, kiss my ass. Uh, we'll see you on the next one.